They must be delayed on account of the rain."
Lady Boswell shrugged her elegant shoulders. "Is Angelica's comfort to be considered, and not my own? Dear me, perhaps I was mistaken to accept your kind offer. Perhaps I'd have been better hiring my own post-chaise." She smiled, and I watched Father melt. She had it to perfection, the coy rise to her eyebrow, the sudden pout accentuating her high cheekbones. "Your horses are impatient to be off, and we've such a long way to go." As if in league, the horses lurched against their harness, and Father reopened his fob watch. "Don't wait, Father. Lady Clarissa's coach can't be much longer. You'll probably pass it on the new bridge." I caught Lady Boswell's sideways glance, her obvious triumph, and an icy hand clutched my heart. Silas Lilly was certainly a good catch. In his 60s, he had the energy and enthusiasm of a man 20 years his junior. His greying hair was still abundant, his shoulders straight and strong. He might be a little rough around the edges for the politest society, but that was not going to stop her. Wealth was wealth, and she was clearly prepared to overlook the fact that he'd been born the son of a foundry worker. Perhaps she was thinking of teaching him her manners, her ability to walk right past people in need, her inability to think of anyone's comfort except her own. The luggage was piled high on the roof, secured by a heavy tarpaulin. Almost everyone was going. Father's groom, his valet, his clerk. 2 months is a long time to be away from home, I whispered. He had chosen his strongest mares. The stables were now empty, the grooms taking the remaining horses to our farm on the moors. Molly and Grace were to clean the house from top to bottom, and I would spend the rest of the summer with Lady Clarissa and Amelia at Trenwyn House. By the end of 2 months, Father would have negotiated a new smelting house in South Wales, the horses would be rested, the house sparkling, and Lady Clarissa would have secured my engagement to Lord Entworth. Only Lady Boswell was beyond my control. We always attracted onlookers when the carriage left, but today the crowd seemed distant and hostile. They stood watching in silence, hunching together with stooped shoulders. Our house was one of the larger properties on Pydar Street. It had thick cob walls and stone mullioned windows, heavy crossbeams, and a grand wooden staircase. The thatch had long since been replaced by slates, our 5 brick chimneys dominating the roofline. 70 years ago it was considered the best Truro could offer, but the road was now too busy, our lack of privacy causing Father concern. A year ago, Father would have left among smiles and waves, small boys chasing after the carriage. But this group stood bedraggled and grey-faced, staring at us from beneath the shelter of an overhanging branch. Their clothes seemed to hang off them, filthy rags wound round their feet in place of shoes. Molly sighed, shifting her stiff hip. "Can you find them something to eat?" I asked. She nodded. "I'll make them some soup from the leftover mutton." Father was helping Lady Boswell into the carriage, but at least they were leaving. "I don't like this one little bit," I whispered. "Nor me neither. You know what they say about 2 people going on a journey." She shook a crease from her dress. In 30 years she had never allowed anyone to see her wearing her apron at the front door, always leaving it on a large hook behind the kitchen door. "They say her first husband was too old to survive the wedding night, and her second husband gambled away all the money. They say she's not a penny to her name." Lady Boswell's eyes were accentuated by the royal blue of her velvet travelling jacket. Her hair was the colour of corn, her mouth reddened with pigmented beeswax. The coy smile was back, a slight flutter to her eyelashes. Her hand with its frill of Belgian lace lingered on Father's, and my uneasiness spiralled. "He's only taking her to her sister. Then he's going up to Bristol," I said, with more hope than conviction. Molly's mouth tightened. "If you ask me, she looks like the cat that's got the cream." "Oh, don't say that." Molly was hiding her dislike of Lady